Hey everybody, it is about 4:30 today. It is Monday the 13th of 2022, June of 2022, and I is up and running. We is live, which I can only do here and there, which I bring Messenger up. Alright, let's see, let's do live chat and see who comes in and says hello to us. I'm here on also TikTok, guys. This is Joe from Sunny South Florida and Plastic Addiction Anonymous. We are working on the Super 1/16th scale petty car. Y'all come on in and check it out. Hey, Jimmy, stop in and say hi. All right, I'm gonna just get to busy. Get to busy. Get to busy. Get to busy. All right, so we were working on the front end, I do believe, the chassis. So where were we? Let's see. I will look up and say hey to everybody as I go. Spider Monkey Bob. Hey Bob, how are you? Thanks for checking it out. We're working on the 1/16th scale petty car. Let's see what we got here. We were on like just number 3 or something, I do believe. 2, okay, actually I do believe. So we did 1. And yeah, we're doing 2 now, so which is all the little tiny parts here. Which I didn't want to do a whole lot to because I have to make them steer. Hey Terry, how are you? Hey, I'm here. I'm not ignoring you. I am actually looking for parts and so forth as we speak at the moment. We are going to be building the Richard Petty 1/16th Super Scale 1973 Dodge Charger. Come hang out and say hi and ask questions. How are you, Terry? Alrighty. I do not know what that says there, but hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Joe. As you can see at the bottom of the screen, we are working on the petty car. As you can see on your screen, we're working on the petty car. This is a 1/16th super scale. It is this build right here that we're working on. This is the build we are actually working on right now. So everybody can see it. You here at YouTube can see it on your screen. Okay, let's see. We are working on the chassis, so I'm going to go ahead and pull the chassis back out of the body. I just leave it in there for protection and also so that it molds, kind of shapes it together as it's sitting. The longer it sits together, the more it'll go together perfectly fine once I get it. As you can see, it's a huge, considering what I usually build. Here, let me see if I can't get something real quick. We're here. This is the last thing this is one of the last things we built. So to give you the idea of what we're building, is this one is 1/25 scale and this one is 1/16 scale. I don't know if you can tell by kind of looking at the rear ends or whatever. But there is the difference between the cars. We're working on this one here, which is the petty car, and this is the one we just built a week before last we finished. So that's 1/25, this is 1/16. Okay, cool, I'm glad. I'm happy to have you. Okay, I don't do battling, and I don't expect you guys to give me gifts, but what I would like is you guys to hit the screen and make sure the algorithm sees as many likes and loves and talking and chatting amongst yourselves. If I'm not chatting, the algorithm then puts me back out on your For You page and all that kind of stuff. New TikTok kind of stuff all up. So that's all I ask is that you guys tap the screen, show me some like and love if you like what you see, and the only other thing I ask is that you be reasonably adult because we do have children in here. Some of the children will be family members of other people watching, just so you know. Alright, I'm gathering up all the parts slowly but surely here. What I'm gathering up is 123 and 121 is going to be the left and right, and the 123 and 121 are going to be the right and left on this one. These are what we're working on right now is the lower control arms, the control arm retainers. We're going to be installing the tension bars, the upper control arm brackets 5 and 6, and coils, excuse me, as well as the cooling can. So those will be the 9 things that we'll be adding. 1 and 2 will be the lower arms. So we're going to be adding all of that. So I'm going to go ahead and pull all of that off. I've got the chassis right here. Like I said, we started that at the beginning of last week. Alright, so let's see. We need these. So right now we're working on the chassis of this beast. And once we're done with the chassis, I think the next step over is the engine, which I have here painted. I have the engine painted, the actual transmission, the transmission barrel, and as well as the block painted. I have the heads painted, as well as the intake part painted. I just have to do a few other minor things before we install it. And then once we finish building that, I can detail the engine out the way I want it. So, but for now, I'm trying to get off the screen from you guys. For now, I am going to be doing this right here. And feel free to ask questions, by the way, Terry. You're welcome to ask any questions. You have models for sale in the box? Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I buy. Don't get me wrong when I say this, but when I buy my kits and so forth, I buy from somebody that I've been dealing with for a while. I do have a Facebook connection that takes pretty good care of me. I don't really sell models on my page or on my groups. It's more of a come view what we build and come hang out and do some model chat with us and that kind of stuff. So right now I'm just trimming up the stabilizer bars here. Once I trim them up to get the peg right, I can put them in place because I'm going to leave them this color. The bottom of this is what they call metallic oil rubbed black. So that's what we did the bottom of. So the gray, as well as the red, and anything else that I put on here, you can see the red and everything will stand right out on it. We're just trying to get it all together here. Hey Corey, thanks for coming in, brother. Appreciate it. I know you're Korean. I can tell by the language that's on the board post. It doesn't matter to me if you're Korean or not, pal. It doesn't bother me a bit, buddy. Everybody is welcome. So that's going to go in there like that. Just make sure. Alright, so I'm going to come over here and make sure. I do not paint all the parts for. Some of them I am. Some of them I did. I do paint like the engine block. I try to get the body done. I try to get any major parts. I got all the cage painted. But on stuff like the front end, I mean, you can paint it all at once. But with the way the front end is supposed to turn, I prefer to paint them once I get it built into place. This way I can make sure that it doesn't, the paint doesn't bother each part and give me a problem making everything turn and do so. I can make it lighter that way as well, and it doesn't quite give a full solid coat. But yes, I do paint the parts. Not all the time, but most of the time. This is an awful big kit, so it's going to be a lot easier to paint in detail after it's built. It's not like I'm going to be trying to find little tiny parts that I can't see with my eyeballs without my glasses. Yes, it is very big. It is very, very big, yes. Thank you for coming into my live on my YouTube channel as well, guys. Any questions about this? Or I do want to give a shout out to Rick Ramos. Rick Ramos, you're an awesome dude. Thank you very much for the donations to the channel. I appreciate it. You donated 3 different kits to the channel to keep the channel moving, and I do appreciate that. Hello, 4_Jesus. How are you today? Thank you for blessing my live again. I do highly appreciate that. That's an awesome thing. See, and I bet you most people get pissed at you for doing that, don't they? I don't. It doesn't bother me none. Alright, so we're going to be putting the left and right sides of the lower control arms together. So there's going to be 2 each pieces like this. There's going to be 2 pieces. One for each side. It's going to create a barrel here to hold your joints, your ball joints. Okay, so that's what we're going to have to be doing. And I did not paint the inside of this. I only painted the outside, so we should be having no problem with that. So let's go ahead and this one. Alright, so, and also I'm going to use the thinner glue on this because it is front end parts and I do not want bulky glue on it. And I do want to be able to steer it, so I'm going to go ahead and just make sure to get some good on it. Now, there's going to be one side that's got a peg and one side that doesn't, guys, just so everybody knows, okay? One of these sides will have a peg on it, like so, and the other side won't. So you just got to match them up and make sure which side goes where. Let's see, that looks like it should go there. Okay, so we're going to clean this piece up too, and we're ready to put that on. So how has your day been, Corey? How's your week been so far? Monday was good to you, brother? No, that doesn't bother me, man. Nothing, it doesn't bother me. I appreciate it, though. I mean, maybe if I had, 100 people in here or something like that, but I don't. Normally I only get, up to 10, 15 people. Yeah, I bet. I've been, pretty busy today, too, doing things. I was supposed to get on this morning, just for a little bit. I talked to a person. They asked me if I was going to go on in the morning. I told them, oh, I might, and I was going to, but I never made it this morning, so I decided that I better do one this afternoon, considering I made a video of it this morning stating that I would be going live, so I guess I better have gone live. I think that's what my biggest problem was just, okay, now that should be perfect like that. Right. Oop, get your bowls back over here, there we go. Alright, so now you should have a piece, something that looks like, I just got to make sure I got it in the right spots. The right pieces together. So, but once I get the whole front end built, I will come back behind myself and kind of do a thin paint job on it. Then once I put it on the car itself, on the chassis itself, I'll come back and do a little bit more painting on it, just for touch-ups and to make it look a little more, I don't want to say perfect, because none of my builds are perfect, but a little bit. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. If I end up with 100 people, and like last week I ended up with 140 people or something one day, and they only stayed for seconds here and there. It was just they were blowing it up, but I had them all at the same time. I was freaking out. Hey, Agassi, how are you? Thanks for coming in and checking out the live. I appreciate it. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Like I said, they didn't last long. They came in, they hung around for 5-10 minutes, but at one point I had like I don't know. I guess it was like 142 or something. Or no, it was more like 300. No, what the heck was it? I wrote it down somewhere. I will have to look at it, but I know it was in the hundreds. It was like 300 and something. I was freaking out. I was like, holy crap, man! I got 300 people in here watching. I couldn't believe that. That was like outstanding to me. I was like, I definitely wasn't looking for that. I wasn't expecting that. All right, so we have the left and right lower control arms ready. Okay, so we have both of those built. So now we're going to be looking for the control arm retainers, which are these little pieces here, which I saw earlier. That's these two little pieces right here. These are your control arm retainers, excuse me. So we are going to be looking for number 134, just to make sure, because now we're getting into the nitty-gritty. I really want to make sure I got the right parts going to the right place. That says 144 and 145, so that's not it. So 134. Let's see, gotta make it look, they gotta look like the same. There they are, I bet you that's them right there. Yeah, that's 134. Okay, so yeah, 134 is like right here on the screw. So we're just gonna pull those off. Those are called the control arm retainers. So I like building stuff like this due to the fact that, especially with the kits that tell you what all parts are and everything, there's a list right here on each one of these instructions that tells me exactly what the part name is, which is pretty dang cool because you get to know about the car a little bit better as well. It's not just slamming it together, you know what I mean? Alright, and next are going to be, okay, so I need to do 115 right and left and 114. Okay, so 115, aha, I saw those two. Those are right here. So let's see, it shows 115 and 113. Yeah, that's them right there. That's 114. That's 113. Yep, okay, so we know where the next one's going. So let's put these retainers on first, because now it's telling me to put, it appears that there is a, yep, there it is right there. Okay, so there is a rounding spot that this goes into right here. There's a rounded spot this goes into right there, just like that. So you guys, it's not going to stand there unless I hold it for right now, guys, until I get the next couple of parts in. But it goes in something like that. This piece right here goes right there. There's a piece. There's one on each side. And that glue didn't hold for crap. That glue usually holds better. Alright, so we got that right. Alright. So you know what? I am going to go ahead and use my thicker glue because it's just gluing these parts together. It's not gluing up on there. I'll use the other glue to glue it on there. Alright, so I'm checking everything. Yes, you are correct. It is the number 43 Richard Petty, 1973 Dodge Charger. Yes, sir, you are very correct. Without a doubt. Yippers. Alright, so, and it's supposed to have the steering front end, the steering wheel, the whole 9 yards supposed to turn. Also want to give everybody a shout out on Wednesday's live. We will be finishing off, first thing we'll be doing is finishing this off, which is the Foose 65 Chevy Impala. We'll be finishing that off. We only have really the front and rear end bumpers to put on it and some small little minor detailing, as well as figuring out some data. But Wednesday's show, all Wednesday, we will be working on the U-Gears Cabriolet. For those of you who don't know what this is, it's an all-wood build. It only has wood, toothpicks, rubber bands, a piece of sandpaper, and a piece of wax. That's all you need. Everything is in that kit. You can literally take the box and go sit outside and build it and have everything you need right there. Well, except for maybe an X-Acto knife or a cutter or something, or a little piece of sanding, a little sanding block or something. Take it with you, though. So yeah, so that doesn't take much. So let's see. Now, it's showing to put the... Alright, so what this is when you put the control arm and the lower control arm braces, actually hold it to the chassis, guys, okay? So that's what we're going to have to move the chassis around a little bit. I am not ignoring anyone. I am just trying to stay focused on not breaking any plastic, just so everybody knows. Hey, Patty, how you doing? I'm building a car with Pretty. Oh, I'm sorry, it's Pretty. Hey, Pretty, how are you? Thanks for stopping in and saying hi. I'm here, I'm Joe. You guys want to see me instead of the build? I figured you guys would rather see the build than my ugly face. You know, my ugly mug you can always see on any of my videos. Alright, so it goes like so. You're going to put the... I put the chassis forward to myself because it's big, so I can see where everything goes. So this is going to go in here evidently. Whoops! Yeah, Bozer. So this is going to go in here. You're going to put the little pin forward, and you're not going to glue the upper or the lower the lower control arm. Do not glue in the lower control arm slot. Only glue the control arm support, or what do they call it? Bracket, right? Retainer, excuse me. Only glue the retainer. And there's a little pin here that goes to it. I'm just gotta make sure, I want to make sure I put it in the right place. Okay, so this shows. Okay, so this one goes up in here. It goes up, if you're facing the car like this to you, this one would go to up in here like so. Okay, so it's going to go in here from underneath. You're going to take the pin, you're going to go up underneath into that hole right there. Trying to make sure you guys, into that hole right there. And you're going to bring the pin up and around so that it goes right up inside that there. And that's where you're going to put the retaining clip. Once that gets into place, see, it stays into place. So just make sure that your pin is facing backwards so that your front axle, actually your tie rod ends and everything fit properly, because this is a lower control arm, so you want the upper and lower to match. So you want to make sure that they're going to stay in there properly. It may not be as easy said as done getting the control arm to stay into place. Once you get some glue on it and get that little retainer in there, it should stay right into place. So let me go ahead and clean up the retainer and we'll put that in. Oh, wow. Hey, Greg. Wow, that's really hot, man. It's hot down here, too. It feels like 100s down here. I'm in Florida, just so you know. But, yeah, it feels like it's hot down here, too. But that's pretty bad. We're not like that. All right, so I'm just going to put glue just on the retaining clip end where it's going to go down onto the chassis. And I'm not going to put glue anywhere else. I'm also going to use my dang tweezers because I'm going to make a mess if I don't. All right, so... Now, once you got the control arm in, you're going to take the pin, make sure which side the pin is facing on. Man, that is a small pin. And you're going to put that into that place right there. There's a little hole in there. Just drop your retainer into that. Once you touch the glue to it, it should automatically settle into place. There we go. Alright, now, again, I only put glue at one end of the retainer because I do not want to glue the control arm into place. I only want to glue the retainer into place that holds the control arm in, which I just knocked out like a dum-dum. Alright, let me see where that's at again. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to do this a little different. I'm going to come up from underneath back here. And I'm going to use my thumb. There we go. Alright, now I'm just going to push it down under the top of the... So, Corey, what are you working on, brother? You guys get to watch me, but I'd ask you guys questions. How about that? Wow, man, that's pretty bad. That's really bad, dude. Be safe, man. Make sure you take lots of water, dude. And if you go out there, man, make sure somebody knows where you're at and somebody knows how to get a hold of you to make sure you're safe, man. That's pretty hot. Really, phew. Can't imagine being 350-degree roadways. Oh, come on. I keep having this problem with this stupid thing. I don't know why. Let's try that again. Put it into place and use my fenner. My fenner now. There you go. Okay, it went down in the hole, so now I'm just going to kind of move it, angle it around to where it stays over there. And in a second, I'll be able to show you exactly what it's supposed to look like. There we go. There we go. Now it's in place. It was in place. It keeps sticking to my dang finger, y'all. And I'm not talking about the glue sticking to my finger. The part keeps sticking to my finger. At least I got it off that time. Come here, you. Oh, I get it. Maybe I can get it this way. With my shakes and my nerve damage, I have a problem putting small things in. Wow. That's pretty drastic considering. Well, I guess it wouldn't be drastic. I guess if it's that hot, man, I guess that's the only choice they really have. But that's pretty bad, man. Be careful, dude. Alright, so now. Here we go. I'm going to put a little dab of glue there because I see where it goes now. Before I couldn't because it was all black down here, but now I can see it because it's got a little shiny glue edge on it. So now, okay, there we go. Now I can see where it goes. I'm going to go ahead and put my upper control arm. Now the lower control arm, you got to make sure that the shock pins are up. The shock pins are up. Alright, take one of your control arms. And you should be able to put it right into place, guys. There we go. Alright, now, 1 second here, just to put it right back down where it goes. Okay, there we go. Alright, so now, that's basically what you should have, a dangling control arm. Okay, and inside there, as you can see here, where'd it go? Right in here, I put the bar across, but I only put glue on one side of that. Now we're going to do the same thing to the other side. Well, that just fell out. That's only because it doesn't have both control arms on and everything hooked up. But it should go back. Yep, there it goes. Okay, now it's back together. Alright, so you're going to do the same thing for the opposite side. So I'm not going to talk my way through it this time. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Okay? I want to give a shout out to my buddy Dan, Paint, Body, and Detailing. Go see Dave Winter. He's a pretty cool guy. He'll take care of your car from bumper to bumper. And if you mention me, he'll give you a little bit of a discount. Not that I'm worth the whole discount, but he'll give you a good discount. I'll give you 5% or something off your total bill. So, which is pretty good, considering I'm not really into somebody that has anything major, you know, other than give him a shout out. And I appreciate his support for the group and for the, there we go, for the YouTube channel, because he donates also as well to the YouTube channel. I have a couple of videos out on my TikTok thanking the three major donors to our TikTok, and I'd really like you guys to go say, you know, something and check out the video. Tell me what you think. Alright, so again, I'm going to take the opposite side. I'm going to take the pin. I'm going to hold the retainer in by my finger, and I'm going to put the pin in between the retainer and the actual chassis. Alright, so now we should have two lower arms in and their retainer pins. Now I need to push this retainer pin down a little bit, it sees. Now again, making sure that your retainer pin is in the right positioning and in the right place, because you don't want to get the rest of the front end in and find out that you are not in the right place. Just so you know. You're going to want to make sure that you're okay with that. So make sure it's nice and straight. Now they're going to want to slip in and out because there's not a whole lot to hold them in place. But once you start getting the rest of the parts on the front end, it'll start holding into place a little better for you. Now again, I'm going to get these parts on, I'm going to get it steering, I'm going to make sure it works, and then I'll come back and paint it and detail it. Hey, what's going on, Bobby? How are you? Thanks for coming in and checking out the live. I is playing with the 1/16 scale petty car again, man. So I is not doing a whole lot other than slinging some plastic. How are you tonight? Hey, Thor. Thanks for coming in, buddy. I appreciate it. Thanks for checking out the live. Any information you guys want, just ask away. I'll let you know what we're doing. You can see here in the background what we're working on. For any of you that are on my Facebook as well, you guys, you notice over here. Hello. That says Thor, right? Thor is a Tibor. Good, I'm glad. Oh yeah, man. I have my Camaro that I have behind me. It's called my Purple Python. And I built that thing like 40 years ago, 35 years ago, dude. It's still sitting behind me, still built. But yeah, I got this from Rick Ramos. He's a subscriber and a member of our group, a member that's been in our group for a while. So he sent that in, as well as he sent a couple of other builds. Let me see if I can grab a hold of him real quick, show you guys what he sent in. And this is another shout out here, Rick, brother. I hope you're watching from somewhere, or at least checking it out, because Rick Ramos sent in these two kits, or 3 kits rather. He sent in the Bobby Allison, J.R. Salvanos, and he sent in the Snickers kit to me for the YouTube channel, as well as the petty car. So he sent these 3 and donated them to me and sent them to me to be built here on the channel. So he's a big supporter of the channel, as well as Dave Winter, the guy I keep giving a shout out to every time I come on. I give him a shout out because he's a big supporter of our channel too, and our groups. Dave's been around since probably, I don't know what, the first week we created the plastic addictions. So like I said, I don't do any battling, and I don't expect you guys to spend your hard work earned money all week long and then come in and spend it on me on a TikTok. So, but if you could tap the crap out of that screen so the algorithm knows we're here, and it will keep putting me on your For You page whenever I come in or whenever I upload a video. That's all I ask. And and some friendly chat, maybe. And maybe some questions that I can actually answer for you. How about that? That's about all I ask for you guys. That's it. Speed tap the screen, show me some love, make sure the algorithm knows I'm here, and talk to me while I'm doing what I'm doing. Hey, Steven, thanks for coming in, man. Okay, so Thor it is. Awesome. See, I thought I could read that good. I did go ahead, because I knew we were going to be working on the front end parts, I did go ahead and paint the rear end of the car already. The rear end is painted. I have the springs and the drive shaft here. I also have the engine block and the transmission and the bell already installed together here, so we can get that kind of rolling around. I also wanted a red steering wheel, so I painted the steering wheel red. The other part of the bottom of the bell is ready. The water pump is ready, as well as the manifolds. I'm sorry, as well as the heads and the intake here. Okay, so I got all that ready to be put on it. We also built the tires last week. There's the tires. So you guys can kind of imagine what it's going to look like. It's going to be pretty big. It's going to be pretty gnarly. I'm going to try to make a shelf or something over to where everybody can see it. I don't know how well that'll work out, because this is my wall that I remove when we have parties and stuff like that, if we have anybody over. Excuse me, please. I'm sorry, guys. I need a drink. I'm sorry. All right, so like I said, I also painted some of the interior of the safety bars already, the cockpit, all that. Here I get the back brace, everything painted. I got the exhaust painted. This is all painted stuff that I'm going to paint. Now I'm going to have to tape off the body before I actually put it all together. So the body's basically going to be the last thing I'm going to do. I'm not even going to put the windows in or anything in because I want to tape it off. I want to paint it with the red that I got coming to make it look like the petty car. It may not be the perfect red, guys, but it'll look like the petty car. I don't know exactly. Rick said what color it was, and I can't remember. I have to hit him up. He knows exactly what color it is I'm supposed to need. So that's the color I'll get. Any questions at all whatsoever? I appreciate you guys coming into the live. And yes, it is going to be a pretty big build, and I'm trying my best to not screw anything up with my shakes and rocks and rolls. But I promised you guys, everybody, I'd be live, so I decided I would better come live. Now I got my brother Paul here, and let him know I'm live. Alright. That's Paul, the other founder, guys. He's messaging me. It's 98 degrees where he's at in Ohio right now, which is very freaking hot. I also want to give a shout out here on TikTok, guys. I've done a few videos for Stony Grandma. Okay, you guys have seen them, I'm sure. There's like 100 likes on each one of them or whatever. There's a couple hundred likes on them, whatever. You guys, if you can check her out, go check out her videos, guys. She's amazing. She's for her age and her era of life. She is so amazing. She used to do stand-up for a lot of high-end entertainers, so to speak. I can't name any of them. She named them sometimes. She names them sometimes and tells you who she's worked with and who she knows. But go check her out. And her name is Stony Grandma. She's right here on TikTok. If you can't find her, go to my go to my page and go to one of the videos I have of her in there. And it says Stony Grandma on it, so you can't fit it. And just go in there, and you should be able to click the @ and be able to go to her thing. But it's Stony Grandma. When you go into Facebook, just search for Stony Grandma. She'll come up. And she's a really cool lady. She's really fun. She's always says hi to you. She always makes sure that she reads her comments and checks things out. So you guys got to go give her a yell and make sure she knows that you're there. Tell her Joe from Plastic Addictions Anonymous sent you. And she'll know who Plastic Addictions is. She won't know who Joe is because she calls me Plastic Addictions. But that's okay. I've been called a lot worse, but a lot bigger. All right. So now my next step is going to be. I did that. Okay, we're going to put in the 5 and 6, which are upper control arm brackets. Okay, now that's those 4 that I told you that I knew where they were, if I can still find them. They're right here. Okay, so there's going to be these 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, but you got to watch the numbers, and you got to watch how they have it facing. So this side goes here. So they're going to do 115 and 113 are going to be rear, left, and right. So we're going to pull the rear, left, and rights off first. And we'll put them on the back side so I know exactly where they go to the back side. Then we'll put the other 2 on the front side because there's going to be 4 of them. Hey, Mr. Lovelace. Thank you for coming into the live, sir. I appreciate it. I know you're probably still at work or at least on your way home. Oh, it's 5 o'clock. You should be on your way home, son. All right. So we basically got the lower control arms in and their retainers. Next we are doing, what did I say we were doing? Oh yeah, we are doing the upper control arm brackets. That's what we're doing next. Okay, so we're going to be pulling out specific numbers here. So 115 and 113. 115, right? So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to do 115. That's this one here. So we're going to pop that one out, and we're going to do that to this side. Correct. Okay, this side. All right. So what did I do with my... Alright. How are you, Brother Paul? Thank you, brother. I appreciate you coming in and saying hey. Alright. I know. You just want to come in and see the oopses and the screw-ups. I know. Alright, so I'm going to put this in the center of my pad because I'm going to set these exactly the way they're supposed to, showing you anything and the way they go. Now, this is a little different than a lot of the kits that I've built that are 125 because they don't have some of these retainer pins. And the reason they're having to put these retainer pins in, I'm sure, is because of how big it is. Okay, so that's 113. So that's the next one. That's going to go on this. 113 is going to go on this side. Can you guys see what I'm doing? I got the nose facing. Well, to me it's west. I don't know what it would be for you guys, but I have the nose facing to my right, and I'm putting 115 on the side closest to me, which is going to be the right side, and on the left side it's going to be the 113. You guys probably aren't building the same one, but I'm still telling you guys what I'm doing because sometimes my big fat old hands get in the way, and you guys can't see what I'm. And again, I'm going to set it right where it goes, which is the back side. Now, the next ones are going to be the front sides. And they are correct. Okay, there's going to be 114 and 112. So 114 is going to be right, which is going to be my side. And that's going to be that one there. And then we know the other side is the left side, which goes in the front as well. Okay. Now, then we'll clean each one of them up, and then we'll put them into place. Now, again, I'm not painting any of these until I get the whole thing on, and I know that it's working and turning and moving and blah, 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 blah. And then I will come back and paint it to make sure that it's still able to turn. Because sometimes if you paint everything first and you put it together, you end up getting paint inside where the holes are supposed to be smooth. It's supposed to be able to be free flow. And then you fight to get it to turn, you break little parts. So myself personally, I will not be putting the body on until I'm done painting the red on it anyway. So it's not going to hurt nothing for me to come back in and paint the stuff as I have it already built. Hey, how are you? Thanks for coming in, Target. Was that Turfly? Turfly? Turfly. T-E-R-F-Y. I'm trying to say your name. If I butchered it, I'm so sorry, man. Yeah, I'm using the good stuff. I might get a couple of... I was using the really clear stuff that I have over here, the Mr. Model, the Mr. Cement, Mr. Model Cement, whatever the heck you want to call it. But it didn't hold the... I needed the front end, the two A-arms to hold together, or rather the two lower control arms. There's a left and a right, of course, lower control arms, but there's two pieces to each side, and they sandwich together, and I needed to use them to hold the sandwich together because this glue wasn't doing it fast enough. So they sandwich them together, of course. Then you put your ball joints into place. You know how it works. But yeah, I'm using that because it is a little thicker and it does set up a little easier for me. So I don't have to kill myself trying to get it to work. I need to make sure of what goes where and why though. So give me a couple seconds here. All right. So we know that these go. Trying to make sure I don't do this wrong. So these go this way. Okay. So this one goes this way. Okay, so it goes this way, so it goes that way. Okay, I'm trying to match up the pictures, guys. Bear with me for a minute. All right, now there is ledges. It says here. Let me see. It says there's ledges. I do not see any ledges, but here it definitely shows that there's a ledge. And that came up a little bit. Oh, cool. Okay. All right, I see him. I see him. Okay. We got him. Okay, so. On the upper part, so now if you flip this over, you see that your arms fell down, but right here behind this one support pole, right here, this is where all your steering mechanism and stuff will go through for your front end. But right in here, there's these ledges here and here on each side, so that's where they're going to go. So you're going to turn this thing upside down, which is what they got you doing. Excuse me. And they have you putting in this one on the back here, like so. Trying to make sure I got it facing right. Got to have the hole in the right place. Okay, so the hole's got to be in the right place. And the big hole doesn't go all the way through, so it goes this way. Okay, so we're going to put it in this way. So it's going to go right up into here, and it's going to sit right in that corner there, I do believe. I do believe that's where it's going to go. And it does look like that's exactly where it's supposed to be. So we want to make sure we're going to put that in the right place. Yep, okay, so now I would recommend this. Because of this, I'm going to start now using I have a kebab that I use instead of a toothpick right now. Lovelace and Divine. Divine! Hey, Tie-Dye darling, how are you? Thanks for coming in. I saw you. I had to lift up the screen a little bit. Let me adjust. Guys, if you guys go flying, I'm sorry, but I'm going to try to adjust you guys up so I can read it a little bit better. There we go. You guys, hopefully you guys can still see. There we go. I don't feel like I'm putting my head down. Oh, I got you. All right. Yes, Paul Lovelace meet the tie-dye. Tie-dye meet Paul Lovelace, the other founder of Plastic Addictions Anonymous. Alright, so I'm going to flip this thing back over. I am going to get everything back into place where it's supposed to be. There we go. Flip it over, and I got a little red paint on this the other night. I got to get it off. Because I don't think I'm doing it red. I'm debating on if I'm going to do it like a gray. I don't know what they have it underneath. I don't want to put a lot of paint in it, so I'm probably going to use an acrylic on it so that I can thin it out really good, because I really don't want to use a lot of paint on it because I don't want it to come, bind up when I'm trying to turn the front end and stuff. Alright, now, again, there's a hole in this, and it's got like a Z pattern. So you want the Z pattern facing forward, the biggest block area facing forward, and the hole facing forward it shows. And the hole facing backwards on the front one. Okay, so they're going to be facing each other, so we're going to do that. Like so. Right? No, hold on. That's wrong. That's right. Alright, so now we have front and rear, we have front and rear. So we have to make sure the holes are facing each other. It looks like the L brackets for this one goes in here like so. Cha 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 cha. So now they have you flip it over and they have you set these into place. Alright guys? Alright, so this is gonna go into here, into this one little arm there. Right, okay, so that looks like that's alright. So let's go ahead and drop a little bit of glue on that. Oh yeah, Paul and I. Oh yes. Here, this last of all, we have two different ones that we've done tie dye. This is the last one for Founders Build that we've done. We did this one, Paul and I, out of parts. He was here for 5, 6 days, 7 days, and when he was here for a week, we built this one out of parts out of my parts box, and from other parts that other people gave us. So we have that one, and I can show you. We did this other one the 6 months before that. Let me just set this boy down here real quick. And 6 months before that, when he was here, we did this one from a box and parts. We both did the same one. He did a different one than I did. There also, there's a video on our group, as well as our page here, as well as TikTok, that shows you the Founders build. So if you want to see both builds, mine and his, you can go to my YouTube channel, and go to the one that has Founders builds. It will say Founders Week. The video will actually say Founders Week. Oh, I have lots of. I have 2 fire trucks. Paul has a fire truck. We also did a buddy build, what we called a buddy build on our group, where 4 of us, I do believe, built the same fire truck at the same time, 4 different ways. So we all built different ways, the same identical truck. So it was pretty cool. The 4 of us did that. Yes. Hello, Christopher. How are you? Glad to have you in. So yeah, we did the big rig last time Paul was here. Him and I put this together, and probably 4 days, 5 days, and then the other one we put together 6 months ago when he was here for the last Founders Week. We're probably postponing this Founders Week due to finances on both ends. So we need to, and we're getting ready to move. So we're hopefully going to be purging still. But yes, we have built together. We've actually in our groups. Some of our groups, of course, most people have more than one group they belong to, so they also do the more multi-build, so to speak, is what I want to call it, or buddy build, or build off is what they call them. So they do those. I don't really do build offs in my groups and stuff like that. I don't know why. Paul and I have never really discussed why we don't, or anything of that nature. So, all right, let me make sure I'm clean here. Nope, that's not clean. Ah, you should. It's fun. Actually, you know, it's not more of a patience thing. It teaches you patience, not that you have them when you get started. When you first start, you don't. My wife got me into it probably 2 years ago at Christmas time. So she bought me a couple of models. I hadn't done models in almost 40 years, 35 years minimum. So. Yes, I know. I've seen it. I know I've seen your music and I've heard you. You're awesome. I do appreciate the follow for sure, and for you coming into the lives too. And again, like I said, I don't battle and I don't ask for gifts from you guys. I don't want you guys to spend your hard-earned money on me. But if you could tap that screen and show me as much love as you can, so the algorithm knows that we're actually human beings here and it's not like some dummy account, that would be great. But that is all I ask, guys. That is all I ask. I ask for nothing more than that. I would ask for nothing more than that. Alright, so I'm going to make sure I get this one in the right place first. And we're going to put it right here in the front like it shows. There's a little spot in it. And these parts are big. You should see some of the littler parts we do. The parts on this thing, where'd it go? The parts on this one were pretty, this one was small. But on the tank, I'll show you a tank too that is there. Yeah, she does. 36 years we've been married. We actually got together She was 15, I was 18 when we met, and then she was 16 and I was 19 when we started dating. She was 19 and I was 21 when we got married. So since she's been in high school, since we both basically been teenagers, we've been together. Um, a lot more teenagers than a lot of people would believe, but we literally were teenagers. I had just gotten out of school. She was still in school. Trying to make sure which way I got this. Okay, so this is going to go this way. It's going to go that way. Cha 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 cha. Okay, so the big holes go towards the center. So that's what I would do. So that's where it's showing. So we're going to put this one right into here. Problem is, I don't know why they had you put the stupid top rail in first. They should let you put these things on and then the top rail in. Gosh dang dummies. Now I'm trying to tell them how to build their kits. Or how to... Yeah, that should do it. Okay, so there we go. So now we should be there and there. Alright. Get that into place now too. And there. Okay, so we got the left and right one. So you should be left with something like this. With these two pieces facing like that, although they need to be straighter. So I just need to straighten them out once I straighten them out. And they are going to be connecting your upper arms. That's where your upper arms will be connecting is into there. Your lower arms are these pieces here that we stuck in. So right now we're just building. Right now we're just working on the front end, to be frankly honest with you. We're just kind of doing small parts and stuff, and I figured I'd come in. Yes, there are several kits actually that you can get that have multiple choices. This one right here was actually a 3-in-1. This one was custom, stock, and race. So there are 3 different builds you could do. You could do custom, you could do stock, or you could do race. I kind of did I want to say a combination of all 3. I did a custom with the interior and the undercarriage, and I did a stock with the body and the convertible, and I did a race, putting a racing engine in it and racing rear tires on it. That's all I did. So, but we built. Most of the stuff that I built is 124, 125. I do have a tank and a couple of airplanes that are 172 and 176, I believe, which are small, really small. So, all right. So I'm hoping I did that right. By the way they look here, I did. So we're going to flip this around now, and we're going to make sure to do the other side the same way. So I'll put the there. Oh, nice color. Nice color. My wife and I had a 76 Oldsmobile Delta 88 Royale. It was awesome. That thing was a freaking bolt. Big old 400 engine, 400 transmission, and you just cruised right on down the highway. It was so big. So big. I mean, it was like twice the size of my little cars, of little cars back then. You know, Toyotas and Mazdas and stuff like that. But it definitely was awesome to have around. My wife and I really enjoyed it. We went to Ohio once, and the alternator went out, and she's hanging out the window with a flashlight through the going through the going down the road where all the corn fields were. It was pitch black, no light, no street lights. We couldn't see nothing. There was cornfields on both sides of us. So I handed her my flashlight and said, "Here, stick your head out the window, stick your flashlight out the window, point it on the road, so just till I can get to where I gotta go." So she did. I was shocked, but she did. So, and then we got into town, and the lady was so nice out there. She took us into town the next morning and let us get what we needed, helped us get it, and we actually had to go to the same place that the police department went to get their parts, because that's the only auto parts store that was in the town, which was pretty interesting to me. I mean, really, I was young then. So let's see now. Now this one's going to go this way, so we're going to put this one in here, like this. Oops, get back over here. So this should go this way, and it should go into there, and if I'm not mistaken, it goes like so. Now you guys know I'm using this good glue. If I'm wrong on this where these things go, which I'm probably not, because it's pretty easy to figure out exactly where they go. Houston, we didn't have a problem. Good, I'm already figuring that out, that we had a problem there. That was in the wrong spot, that's for damn sure. Woohoo! Alright, now it's in the right spot. And the problem with using this glow, Paul, is with my hands and my shakes, I get it all over my fingers. Then my dang fingers stuck together. Oh, man. Well, luckily, I don't get me wrong when I said, luckily all my kids are grown. God, thank you very much. I don't think I could do another toddler. But all three of my boys are grown. They're 13, 22, and 31, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken. And I have another son, Blaze, that lives in, oh my God, I think Indiana. Oh, I could be wrong. Oh, Blaze, don't be mad at me if I can't tell everybody where you live. I'm sorry. Alright, so now, again, I got the upper control arm brackets as well as the bracelets in. I got one more to put in, and we should be good to go. We'll be moving on. Oh my goodness. Oh, well, I can feel you on that one because look at this way. I'm 57, and my youngest is now 14. So I was 43 and had a toddler too, and I was injured to boot. So I got hurt on the job a while ago. On a job, I shouldn't say on the job because that's not the way it went. I got hurt on a job. I wasn't a police officer. I was doing carpentry work, and I let's just say I pick something up that really I shouldn't have, and it really screwed me to the point of changing my life forever. So I will tell you guys this much: if you're working for somebody out there that pays you good, gives you good benefits, does everything they can for you, that's an amazing boss. But let me tell you right now, if you get hurt on that person's job, that person is not going to stand by you. That person is going to need to make sure that he can pay his insurance premiums next month and not have you as a liability. So trust me, they will fight you every step of the way no matter how long you've been with them. And sad, but true. I was with the company several years, and I got hurt on the job, and they literally screwed me. Excuse my language. Pardon me. How are you doing, Mr. Paul? Are you home yet, brother? Or are you still driving, pal? Alright, so we got the lower control arms in, control arm retainers in, the upper control arms in. Next thing we're going to be doing is the torsion bars, which are, repeat 1 through 6 for other side. Oh, okay, I got you. Torsion bars are going to be number 4. So where's number 4? Number 4. Okay, so that's these. These are torsion bars. So now you're going to flip your card back over. See, this is craziness, guys. Flip it over. Hey, Rachel. Thanks for coming in, Rachel Rose. Oh, yeah, trust me. I mean, like I said, I got hurt on the job, and they really did me wrong. The manager wanted to do me right. She was really sweet, but the owner of the corporation, once you get hurt on their property, they automatically go into fight mode. Automatically. So, but I went back to work for 18 months, hurt, on medication, on actual narcotics. Went back to work for 18 months with I don't know, I want to say what, a 40-degree angle, 35-degree angle to my right side, my head lean. So 18 months of that, and I finally found a neurosurgeon that said, you know what? You got a problem. I was like, duh. I knew that. But no, he was very nice. He found it. He fixed me. This is 20 years fast forward, and I'm so happy that I am still able to do everything that I am. And if I hadn't gotten hurt, I'd probably still be out there working every day of the week, 12, 14 hours a day. And I would have never met you amazing people. I'd have never created Plastic Addictions. I'd have never needed a hobby because I'd have been so exhausted from doing everything that I was doing. I still get exhausted, but I don't do half as much as I used to. I don't know if that sounds good or bad, but I don't. Alright, so now, they want you to flip it back over, and you have a circle here on your, I'm going to show you. This is your torsion bars, okay? There's the circle inside your lower arm, okay? So you got to take this and put it in that circle. Correct. So we're going to take that and put it in that circle. Like that. Why does that seem like it doesn't want to go to the right place? Okay, so I was right. It goes this way. Alright, I got it. So it goes this way. There's an arm that it goes over, and then it goes up in this place. Right. Why does that look like it doesn't want to go in the right place? So I got that right. It looks like that. Looks like that. But that really makes no sense. Just trying to check to make sure I got everything right here, guys. Hang tight. Now, even if I put... Very interesting. Oh, here we go. Now I got it. We figured it out. Goes this side to this side. I can't be right either. Alright, what did we do wrong here? Hang on, guys. I'm going to pull out the arms and try to see if I can't put them on opposite side. Damn, that support's actually working. There we go. There we go. Come on out. Alright, there we go. Alright. So now hopefully I can do this, and I can turn this around. So see, yeah, that's not going to work like that, so it is definitely got to go the way it is. So, cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. Cha-cha-cha. I keep looking up the string stars. I'm not ignoring you. Thanks for sharing the live. I appreciate it, Scalema. I appreciate it, buddy. Yeah, none of my kids, my oldest is the only one really who drinks. None of my other kids drink, and they don't go out and party at all. And they, Paul, you're still in here? I'm going to get rid of your messenger message for the moment if you're still in here, brother. This way I can just talk to you here. So yeah. Oh, there it is. I was looking for that hole. Alright, I found everything I need. Alright, so now we're going to do, again, pop these into place. There we go. We're all into place here. This should now be able to go into here, like this, and go into... Goes into here like so, goes into there like so. Okay, I got it. Alright, there we go. Alright, so that's going to go in, then it's going to go there, and this one's going to go over here. Should fit right down over that. It will not because it's got what? So thanks guys for coming in and checking out the live and hanging out with me. I appreciate it. Also, I just want to give everybody a heads up and let everybody know, come Sunday, or come Wednesday, I will be doing the Model Asylum, guys. I will be on the Model Asylum on Facebook as well as YouTube or TikTok. So I might actually stream to Instagram instead, to IG instead, because I haven't done that more than once or twice, so I need to do that. For anybody who wants our information, please feel free to PM me at Joe Hudson, or PM me through the Plastic Addictions TikTok here, and I will give you any information to any one of our platforms. We are on every platform that you can see here to the backside. I could name them all off a little if you want later on. Just remind me, and I will make sure you guys know exactly what's going where and why. But we are on just about every major platform you can imagine. So you guys it shouldn't be that hard to find us. It really shouldn't. So... I am trying to make sure that I got this correct before I go any further. So this does look like it goes here. Let me take a look at this. I gotta figure out, but hang on, give me a second, guys. Okay, it shows that this. So if this is like this, like it's showing there on the bracket, it's showing this goes this. So this would go here. Like so. Alright, so that's right. Okay, so I got the torsion bars in the right place, so I just got to put them into place. Next thing we're going to be doing is number 243, which is going to be the coil and the cooler can. It's the only two things we have left, so let me find those real quick. The coil and the cooler can. Coil's going to be 2 pieces, cooler can's going to be 1, I believe. Yes, cooler can is 1. Now, if they are chrome, I will not be putting them on because that means I need to paint them. And it looks like they are chrome. Yeah, there's the cooling can, and there's the, what was it, the coil. Okay, so they're going to be chrome, so I'm not putting them on yet. So we're going to go ahead and put the torsion bars on first, and then we'll go from there. See what else we have to do. I do not see a pin for this thing to go there. I'm doing something wrong here, guys. Just want to make sure I'm not messing something up. Just trying to make sure I'm not messing something up. No, that looks like it goes just like that, just fine. Alright. Yeah. My son was talking to me about that the other night, about starting a Twitch. I'm also on Discord and stuff like that. He did tell me that I really needed to start a Twitch, considering I'm on all, a lot of platforms. But I don't know a whole lot of people that do Twitch. I mean, I really didn't know a whole lot of people that did TikTok, but I started that. But I do know that a lot of the guys that we have in our groups, they're probably not going to do Twitch. Some of you younger guys will. But a lot of the older guys, they won't be doing stuff like that. It's hard enough to try to get some of them to do TikTok, and some of them flat out tell me no, they're not going to come to TikTok. So they'll never see that. So I have to literally CC and copy any of my posts, any of my videos directly to my Facebook group. So I do that so that everybody can see them. All right, so that takes care of that. Why is that not going down better? All right, so that's that. That's that too. Okay, so we got the torsion bars on now. Okay, so now we got torsion bars on. So we skip over now to, because we're going to skip doing the coil and the cool can. Let me make sure that that's what those were. Okay, that looks like the cool can or the coil, right? Which one was the double one? The double one was the 5 and 6. No, cool can is number 8. Number 9 is the cool can, number 9. Which that looks, I swear to God, that looks like number 9, the cool can. So what numbers are they? They are 244 and 243. Yeah, those are cool cans. So they're chrome. They're right there. So I'm not going to do that one. And the coil is more than likely right there. That's the coil right there. So that should be 245, right? And the coil is number, yeah, 245. So yeah, I was right. It's the coil is there, and that one. So I'm not going to put them on yet because I still have to paint some stuff on the front end and touch up some stuff. So that will be another later date addition before I'm done with the chassis. I have to circle it real quick though. Hang tight. I have to put a little mark on it so it tells me that I got to come back to it. Where's my highlighter? Oh, I need this one here. So all I'm going to do really is I'm just going to put a highlighter yellow next to these parts right here on the book, so that when I come back through, and then I'm going to put chrome. Put an arrow top. Okay. Alright, so now that's marked out. Now we can go on to the next one. Let's see what they're having us do next. Hey, what's up, brother? How you doing, Southern? Appreciate you coming in and checking stuff out. I do. Alright, so now they're going to have us start the shocks, guys. Okay, so I did paint the shocks. They are metallic oil rubbed black as well. So they're going to have us start doing the shocks and a couple other things. So for right now, they're also going to be having us do... Alright, so we're going to flange, we're going to heat seal these as well, guys. So this is where you get in with your Bunsen burner. Here, this is what I used to do mine. Just so everybody else. I have a Bunsen burner like that you get at a hobby military supply store, and I have my trusty dusty little screwdriver that I broke the end off of on one side. Is that the right one, or is that the right one? Oh, there it is. I broke the end of it off of one side, as you can see, and I heat it up with this, and then I swag it. What swagging is you're putting it one piece through a hole that's got a pin, and you're melting the edge of the pin to prevent it from coming back out. So. Okay, I don't mind you doing once, maybe twice there for Jesus, but do me a favor, sweetie, don't keep doing that or I'm going to block you. I love Jesus as much as the next person is, but you don't come in, you don't say hi, you don't say nothing, that's all you write, and that means, to me that tells me you're either a bot or you're spamming me, and I will definitely block you harsh. So just be aware of that, young lady, whoever you are, man or woman, whatever, it doesn't really matter to me. So, I don't mind you doing that once in a while, but if you're going to start doing that, that's all you're going to be doing, I'm going to block you, for sure. Again, I showed everybody I painted the engine, the block, and the thing there. I want to tape off because I do want to. If you look at the box here, you'll see on the box that there's red here, and you can see on the car. Okay, it's basically the right color blue. So I'm probably not gonna do anything but maybe put a quick clear on it because I ordered some clear finally for a change. So I'm gonna be painting the red, taping off and painting the sides red, as well as the partial roof, as well as part of the fender wall here red. So I gotta tape all of that off and paint the blue or paint the red. But that'll be, in behind the scenes. I'll be doing that, and then you guys will come back in, and I will have it already painted and stuff, and we'll go from there. Let's see what else. Okay, so we're going to be pulling these things off. I know that. We're going to need 4 of these. These are number 136s, and they're saying to paint them blue. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and build the shocks, and then I will paint the shocks because they want them blue. So that's what I will do. I have my blue right over here that I'm going to use. It's pretty close to what they're doing. So let's see. We need 2 of those, 4 of those. Number 93 for left and right. We need those. So let's see. That should be those right there. That's 36 and 38. That can't be right. That's 93. Oh, so we're missing one of the chakra tubes. So we got to keep an eye out for that because now there's only 3 on the tree. All right. So. Alright, so let's see. It's not on that, it's not on that. I'm looking for my actual shocks is what I'm looking for, guys. Hang tight, I'll find them. Looks like those right there, maybe. Alright, so 230, that should be these right here that I just found. Oh, still not right. Oh, there's my uppers and lowers, though. Or there's my, angle braces, front shock tubes, front shock rods, and kingpins. Okay, there's my kingpins. Okay, so we're going to put these on 2 tonight. So we're going to pile these off. Now, again, like I keep telling you, I keep saying, I don't battle. I don't expect you guys to spend your gifts, but please tap that screen as much as you can. Show me some likes and love so that I get out on the for you and the algorithm knows that we're actual beings here and we're not just a robot. Which I'm about ready. Someone remind me to get rid of that underscore Jesus person. I did have to tell them last time, not more than once as well, if I'm not mistaken, in one of my other videos. And I don't mind them coming in and spreading joy and love and the word of Christ, but I really don't want it happening on every one of my lives as well as more than once on my life. So there's plenty of other YouTube and TikTok and Facebook groups for that kind of stuff if they really want to just do that. I probably wouldn't feel so strongly about it if they would at least came in and said, hey, do you mind if I blah, blah, blah. Or, hey, how are you? My name is... But they didn't. That's all they do is they post that. So, I am as big a God person as anybody is. But that's uncool. Alright, so now, I have the kingpins out, as you can see. I have them all out. Now, these are going to go... If I'm not mistaken, the steering rod, the steering arm goes to the back side of... also they're having me heat seal this. Okay, so that's what I need to check real quick. Now that I know exactly what's going on, I am going to pull this piece off and I'm going to sand it down a little bit, and I want to make sure I've got my A-arm positioned right properly. And I do not on this side. Damn it. I knew that was happening when I did it. Okay, cool. Luckily I can pop it right off. Alright, so I bet you this is right though. Yeah, this one's right. So I can get this in there. And that should go right into there. This one should go right in there. Yeah, see? So that should be fine. So yeah. Yeah. So we should, whoops. Back off, jack off. Back off, jack off. Back off. Alright. Hey. Alright, I'm starting to get the shakes now. Well, I appreciate you guys coming in and hang out. Hey, Stephen Mount. How are you, my brother Stephen? Thanks for checking us out, man. Coming in and hanging out. Alright, I am trying to make sure that I have everything lined up properly so that when I put other things together, everything works like it's supposed to. But it does appear that something's not right in Denmark. Okay, so that one and that one goes there and there. I'm just kind of checking stuff out. Okay, so it does go like that. Okay, it is supposed to. Okay, so it's going to sit back a little bit. That's what it is. because it's going to connect to the other A arm right back here is what it's going to do. So this is going to go down here like so, like that. This is going to go over here like this, and go down in there like that, just like that. Yep. So that's the way we're going to do it. That's the way we're going to do it. All right. So now that we know that the front end's going to go together good. All right, guys. I wanted to give you guys an hour of my time like I promised. I have chicken fried steak to make for dinner tonight. Num, 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 num. I can't wait for that. I want to give a shout out to several different people here, guys. Stony Grandma here on TikTok. LNR_models. That's Lee Robinson. He's on the Model Asylum group. Go check him out. That is LNR_models. That's Lee. Also want to give a shout out to Jamie. He does trains. He is Cannon Bay Railroad. Please go check him out. As well as a couple of beautiful young ladies that do a great show. One does it right here on the west coast of Florida, or the east coast, northeast coast of Florida, and one does it from Canada. The one from Canada is Hey, it's Lenora. She's awesome. She's also as my Angel Link 444 on my page. I also want to give a shout out to my CTM family. I appreciate you guys for all the love and all the help getting to 1,000 followers, and I appreciate you guys. And I appreciate all the shout outs, guys. So if you guys come into my live and you need a shout out, please, I will be glad to return the favor and give you guys a shout out. I bet you are still sore, brother. When do you get to see the secondary doctor, bub? Steven, that was for you. I'm sorry, sir. But just also so everybody knows, I will be swagging all of this and heating it all behind the scenes, because that's going to take both hands and all my concentration. And then I will be showing you guys on Wednesday. Just so everybody knows, but just don't forget, we are doing the U-Gears. I will be putting that out on the group or on the page as a video to let you guys know that's what we will be doing. So you guys can understand, there will be a video out there of just that. There's actually a couple out there already out there that you can go check out. I am just picking up my little tiny parts here before I put away everything. Again, I will not be on tomorrow except for the Good Morning from Sunny South Florida, my little videos that I like to do for everybody. I do hope everybody had an amazing day. I do hope you enjoyed hanging out and saying hi. No, Wednesday. Oh, you see us tomorrow? Awesome, Steven. You got to let me know, brother. You got to let me know. And for those of you who don't know what my ugly face looks like, here I am. Here's my ugly mug. I appreciate you guys over here at YouTube. Thank you very much. Like, subscribe, share, follow, hit that button. We will continue build on Wednesday. I will see everybody Wednesday. Bye, y'all.